So, Lindsay, I know from the information I've been given from the judge that you were at the party. You were arrested with pot, and it's like almost like so what, and it was a small possession. So I think you already know. I got the idea. Before they asked me to talk to you, that they don't yet know what the punishment for you will be, but it may not be that severe. We'll see.
No. I don't know. I don't really want to be here right now.
Yeah, this kind of feels kind of stupid too. You don't want to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have to, but I mean, it wasn't really a big thing. I don't know why I have to talk to you, but I guess I have to, so I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, I think. I mean, yeah, I guess you have to. I mean, like if you just decided to heck with this guy and left, I don't think it would make. I mean, true. I just have to be upfront with you about what the situation is like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the judge would ask my input, but I don't think it would make. I don't want you to feel like you have to be here, or I'll tell on you and you'll get in worse trouble. True, I probably will be asked,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for my thoughts as our team kind of decides, you know, what's the best way to help you.
Yeah.
But I'd rather that not be like some kind of threat hanging over you.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, might as well just talk to you since I'm here, I guess. You know. But, I mean, I had a bad experience with counseling in my past, so I don't know.
So that bad experience in the past is part of what's got you thinking, I don't know if I care about this whole counseling thing.
Yeah. That, and, you know, I don't really feel comfortable talking about my drug use, so I mean, I just smoked pot like that one night, and I didn't even want to, but my boyfriend pressured me into it. So now I'm here.
It's irritating to me.
Yeah, I shouldn't even be here. I mean, I didn't even want to do that, but everybody else was, so, you know, I wanted to have a good time and, I don't know, maybe impress my boyfriend a little bit, but now I'm here and I have to deal with all these consequences, and I mean, the police showed up at that party and I didn't want it to turn out like that. I just wanted to have fun.
I mean, part of what you're telling me is that drug use is not normal for you. This is not something you do all the time. And can I go back to something for a minute before it's kind of distracting me? Because I was thinking you had a bad experience with counseling before. So I would like it if you could tell me some of what was bad about it. Partly because it helps me not fall into the same thing. If I know there's something that you particularly don't want.
Yeah.
You know, then
Yeah, well, when I was like 15 or 16, my parents got divorced, and my mom wanted me to go to counseling, see someone to talk to, because I was, you know, my grades dropped really, really bad, and I was doing some, you know, stupid stuff. She was really worried about me, so she made me see this one guy. He's a counselor, and he just didn't really, I don't think he cared about what I was talking about. You know, I didn't really want to talk about a lot of stuff about my parents' divorce, but I did, and like a couple times he just fell asleep. I'm not joking, he fell asleep. So I just didn't really feel like he really cared about what I was saying, and all that stuff was really important to me, and it made me feel like no one cared.
Yeah. So the problem was, you opened up to him, and he actually conveyed his not caring by falling asleep.
Yeah, that was really, I mean, that sucked. It really did. And I told my mom after that I didn't want to go back. You know, after a couple of times, like, I gave him the benefit of the doubt the first time that he fell asleep.
Right.
You know, I was like, well, maybe he had a really, busy day or something.
Yeah.
But then, a couple weeks after, he did the same thing. And he just didn't really give me any feedback. Like, I know that counseling isn't something that you go to get your problem solved or
Right.
like get advice for things, but he didn't really like give me anything. He just sat there.
So you get that, that's not advice. Well, first of all, I want to say is I got what you're saying. It's like you're letting me know, and I get it, that you were quite reasonable with it, that fell asleep once, okay, you let it go, give him another try, or a couple more, sounds like, and then it happened again, and then you're like, that's it.
Yeah.
So I got that. And then the other part about it, the other part about it was, no input. Like you got that it's not about advice, but at the same time you're like, you have to give me something. Don't just like exactly what you said. So I don't mean to be too harsh, but it's kind of like the way I heard it from him was like, well, don't just stare at me.
Yeah. When he wasn't falling asleep, he would just
Stare
sit there.
at me, not up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
since then, I was just, I didn't want to. That's the main reason why I was like, well, do I have to see a counselor? Because I didn't know what you would do, so, in this situation.
Okay. Thank you for telling me. So, all right, so what you're saying, I asked to go back to that, and what you're saying when I asked to go back to it was just that, I mean, what happened with the party was really not what you meant to happen. And you were telling me that smoking pot is not something you usually do. I think you told me you did. You told me your boyfriend pressured you to it. You didn't want to, but you kind of wanted to impress him.
I mean, everybody else was doing it, and I don't know, it was like my maybe like second or third time doing it. I just don't like how I am when I smoke pot, so that's like the main reason why I didn't want to do it, but everybody else was doing it and they were having fun, and so, I mean, I was really just like wanting to let steam off, from, the week, and decided to go to the party, and so they just, they smoked pot, and I did it, and then the cops came and busted the party because, a lot of the kids there were underage, including me. So, I mean, my boyfriend, he has it worse than me. He got caught with, a pipe on him, a little thing, but he has it worse than me, but I still was there, and I was in the environment with it, and so, I don't know.
Part of what's bothering is like I gather part of what you're thinking is like the unfairness of it. It's like, I mean, he's got it worse than you, but all the same, I gather you're thinking like, oh geez, why'd I have to go through all this? All I wanted to do was forget about the stress of the week. And now here I am with an arrest, and I don't know what else is going to happen with that.
Yeah, that was like the first time I've ever been arrested before too, so I don't know what's going to happen, and my lawyer said, he could probably make it go away, but now, like, I don't know what's going to happen if getting probation or, like, I don't know how this stuff works, and I'm just really scared that it's gonna be on my record forever, and I don't wanna be labeled as, someone I'm not, like, getting arrested and smoking weed, and it's just not who I am, so.
So, some of what bothers you with it is, one, the unknowns of it. You don't know what the damage is gonna be to you. And then the other part sound like, you said something like, it's not who you are. And I took it to mean like you're thinking, well, now people are gonna think it's who you are, or something like.
Yeah. Especially since, like, a lot of the other people, well, some of them didn't get arrested and they were doing the same thing. So that goes back to, like, me thinking it's unfair. And then I was the one, I was one of the people that got arrested, and I had to go through all this stuff now. And so people might look at me different, like, oh, she got arrested. She's, like, stupid. She's with, like, a horrible boyfriend. Like, I just don't want to be around her. I don't want to be her friend anymore. And I don't know.
So people that you value might start backing off from this. Like, she's done this stupid thing, she's hanging out with this bad guy.
Yeah. Because, like I said, it's not who I am. I don't want to be with someone who pressures me into doing drugs, and I don't want to be around some people who, do that, like, all the time, and I don't know. I just wish that there was something else that I could do to get all this stuff, off my back. Looking for a way out. I just hope everything goes okay.
Just at this point, you really kind of want to make it go away. But I think your lawyer can like keep it off your record, but you just mean all the effects of it. You wish it could just go away.
Yeah, I wish it was like Friday at 5 when I was thinking about going to the party and deciding yes or no, and I decided yes, but like then I didn't have an arrest, I wasn't smoking pot. I just wish I could go back to that
You
moment.
go back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
And my mom, since, I am over 18, but like I had to tell her, and she got to, come and bail me out of jail. That didn't go over well, so now I'm in it with her, and she now doesn't want me to be with my boyfriend because she thinks he's a bad influence, and she doesn't want me to be around the people that I was hanging out with at the party anymore because she doesn't want me to have this happen again. So now I have like all the pressure from her and being in, a bad situation with my mom now. Just I don't like being in a bad situation with my mom.
So that's another one of the painful things that's happened with it. Now you're in a bad situation with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
She was upset about having to come bail you out.
Mm-hmm.
I gather you're thinking, what does she think of you now?
Yeah, definitely. I can think, my friends can think, oh, she's, a horrible person. She got arrested. Like, how stupid is she? I don't want to be her friend. But like, that's my mom. Like, she's my mom. So I'm not gonna have like another one. I just don't want her to think that I'm like going down a bad path. And I still want her to, be proud of me. But this whole thing, I feel like it's like a lost cause now. I feel like she's never gonna think of me how she used to.
So it feels, that's how it feels to you now, that her view of you has changed, and that might be forever, and that matters a whole lot more to you than your friends.
Because, I mean, since my mom and dad split up, I mean, I haven't really seen my dad, you know, a whole lot. He moved and I just, you know, don't see him like ever, maybe on holidays. But, so my mom's just like always been there for me. And, you know, we're really, really close. And I just don't want to, I don't want to see her sad. I feel like I made her really sad by doing this. You know, being in trouble and everything.
So she matters so much to you, especially, or kind of extra more, because after they divorced, he went away except for holidays. She was always there.
Yeah, she's like been the only person who's been there for me throughout the years. Like she's always been where I could find her.
Yeah. So then you feel like, you know, you owe her for that. I don't mean to say you do, but I think you do, or you know that you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I do, because I just want to make her happy and proud of me, and I want her to see that all her hard work and all of her dedication to me is worth it. And I just want to be a good person for her.
Just like she can feel good about what she's done and what she's done for you as you succeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And with this whole thing, I feel like she's not proud of me. I think she feels, well, I'm afraid that she feels like all her hard work and dedication was for nothing because I'm in this situation now, and it's not how she wanted it. It's not how she planned for, you know, me to grow up and spend my years like this. Like, it's not how she raised me.
Lindsay, I want to ask that, I want to suggest, recommend that we continue in counseling. So I want to talk some about how that could be, what that could mean to you today. And then, if you're willing, then we'll schedule our next meeting or meetings. And I guess some of the thoughts I have are, well, I mean, the simplest is you very much care how some of your friends think about you from this, but very, very much how your mom thinks about you with this. And so it sounds to me like you're really wanting to start a new direction. So one of the ways you can do that is, if we continue in counseling, at least for a few meetings, it gives you this time to think through, you don't want to be defined by this, how do you want to be defined? And how do you be that person that you want to be seen as? So it lets you make decisions that you think through kind of carefully, be planful about what you want for your future. And another kind of thing I think that would be helpful to you in counseling is there's a lot yet to come with this. You know, like you said, and I know it's true, you don't know what all the consequences and effects are going to be yet. So at times I can help you understand the court system. That's not primarily my role. You'll have others to help you with that, but I can. But mostly, I think more where I'm meant to go with that is you're going to have some sorting out, as you find out, oh, it means this, oh, it means that, you've got more stuff to sort out. And I mean, not the legal, logistical part, we sort out for you, for Lindsay, what does this mean now? And the other thing that I heard you say that I want to not forget, while we're here today, is that you said something about what people will think of you with your boyfriend, but I can't remember what you said now, but I got the idea, and I was trying to remember, I wanted to come back to it, that I didn't know, it didn't sound like y'all were very, it didn't sound like, I got the idea you weren't sure if you want to continue this relationship or not.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I mean, I really like him. I just don't know why he would pressure me into doing it. He obviously doesn't really care that much about me since he pretty much, gave me the weed and I smoked it and he pressured me into doing it. So he obviously doesn't really care about me that much. So I don't know. I'm just thinking about it, seeing if it's worth it for me.
Right. So yeah, you're not very sure about that right now. You're not thinking you're thinking negatively about what he's done, and how it affected you. Well, let me suggest this then. They can, on the way out, they can help me with scheduling nicely to keep my schedule for me up front. But let's schedule, if you felt confident that you wanted to do it, we could go ahead and schedule for 3 meetings. And I think you may have gotten a lot that you wanted sorted out in those 3 meetings. And at the very least, you may have decided, you'll know whether you can kind of have your judgment about me and about counseling in general. Like, is this something you want to do? Is it something you would want to continue?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think I had a good experience talking to you today, so, I mean, better than my past experience, you didn't fall asleep, so that was good.
So I was thinking of past that.
So, I mean, yeah, I think I'm going to try. I mean, I think I owe it to myself and my mom to at least try.
Okay. So especially because you owe it to your mom, you're willing to try that. Well, let's stop for today then. I'll walk out and we'll schedule. And then, so normally when we meet, usually I schedule to start on the hour and we go for about 50 minutes. And then that gives me 10 minutes in between each meeting to sort of let my thoughts or get ready to meet with the next person. So we'll schedule on the hour.
Okay. That's fine. Cool.
We'll stop for today.